So Baba I think knows that we come to him at the end of the cycle. And then comes his first title for us. I remember Dadi Gozar asking us this, double foreigners, once when she came to London. Which is the first title of Baba which applies to you? So what would you say? First title.
Almighty Authority. Master Almighty Authority.
Father, Master. Baba has many titles. Which is the first one that he promotes? Purifier, yeah. First one is that is Dilaram, comforter of hearts. He doesn't give us much hard work to do straight away. He knows we got tired, searching, stumbling. We're out of gas, out of juice. Battery is discharged. The Baba gives that feeling of comfort to the heart. And we all experience when we come to Baba those early days of intoxication. That's why it is said, "Bachpan ke din bhulana dena." Do not forget the days of the childhood. We feel so intoxicated, as high as a kite, even higher than the kite, which sometimes we call as the honeymoon period, or cloud number 9. And it's like Baba is a very good businessman, is giving you a free sample. How you can be if you follow this life. You know, like if somebody wants to sell you some washing powder and give you a free sample, and a free sample for you. Great. Then you get hooked. If this works, now I'm going to buy a 10-kilo box. So Baba too, it's his gift to us. Give us that feeling of, I accept you. I think that's part of the my Baba experience. Baba belongs to me experience. The feeling I am accepted. That's a big thing. Because one of the drives that human beings have at this time is to feel accepted, to feel belonging, to feel I fit somewhere. And then looking for what we call as validation. To feel validated. I am important in some way, I am noticed in some way. Baba gives that experience to us very early on. Feeling of acceptance and belonging. But of course then, he doesn't want us to remain as a baby. Because we have to grow. So, many here who are parents, mothers or fathers in this life, when baby is baby, then of course you are holding your arms. But at what age do you put baby down and say, okay, now let's try and walk? What age does that happen? 2? A year or 2? What if baby says, no, carry me, carry me? What would you do?
Be strict enough to that's enough.
If baby is 4 years old, 5 years old, no longer baby, but still wants to be carried. No, now you have to walk. Means you're not just a loving mother or father anymore. Now your job also is to introduce a little bit of discipline. Because parents' job, one of the parents' jobs, is to teach the child how to stand on his or her own 2 feet. At least physically to start with. And if baby falls down, every time you lift up baby and say, oh, it's okay, he or she will remain as a mummy's boy or mummy's child. But sometimes you have to say, okay, now you stand up yourself. Come on, you can do it. It's also in the relationship with Baba we experience. Initially you may feel Baba like a very loving mother or father is taking care of every need you have. But then we know that his form as teacher also starts. He says, okay, now I am a teacher, now you are not the child, now you are a student. And we say, really, I have to be a student? He says, yes, study, pay attention, do the homework. And so then, sometimes as a student, we also fall down, make a mistake, which means, basically, we lose our happiness. We lose our swaman, our self-respect, and we get upset. So there, Baba doesn't just only want to wipe our tears. He does that. But he also wants us to learn how to not lose our happiness when challenging situations come. And that is where we have to learn to be students. So mother or father will say, oh, okay, let me look after you. A teacher would say, go to the study and you will find your answer there. If Baba's only, stroking our cheek all the time, we remain like baby. So a mother or father will stroke the cheek, but the teacher will poke the cheek. Sometimes stroke, sometimes poke. And we need the poke as well. Because whatever knowledge Baba has given, he's giving it because he wants us to imbibe it. As it is said, what's not important is how long you have been in knowledge, but how long knowledge has been in you. So, is the knowledge just sitting on the surface here? Or am I really taking it inside myself, absorbed it, imbibed it? And that's what makes us strong. And then we're able to, like the eldest child in a family, stand next to the parent and say, I'm going to be your right hand. So the belonging to Baba experience is that, as well as experiencing being a child, but also standing next to Baba as a right hand, as a partner, as an instrument. And we can see this, we have seen in Dadis, how Brahma Baba and Mama made them into what they became. The Dadis we saw were those who were there, but there were others who didn't kind of stay. But as you imbibe and absorb Gyan into yourself, you understand how truth works. You understand which situation, which point is to be used. And that's the wonder of belonging to that one source, is that it brings you to the full expression of who you are and who you can be. Think of this phrase, me at my best. Me at my best. Now each one of us wants to discover the best self that is inside you. Whatever is the best you which is inside you, you want that to come out, don't you? If that best self doesn't come out, it's like, I missed the confluence stage. Like, it's over already. Like, I missed it. I was busy in other things. But as a human being, I want to discover what I am capable of. Everyone. And then if you go through life without discovering what you are capable of, then have you really lived? You just existed, but not lived. Think, for example, of an eagle which is born in the nest. And it grows and it grows, and it stays safe in the warm nest. And it grows and it grows and it grows into a full adult. And one day it dies in the nest. You'd say it's been a safe life, it's been a comfortable life, no problems, it's been very secure, but it's a shame. It's an eagle. It's powerful wings, it can fly so far, it can do so much. Same way, I think Baba is telling us there is this eagle inside each one of you. There is this Satto Pradhan you, this deity you, this Master Almighty Authority, whatever title. You have to bring that out. Experience the wonder of you. The wonder of you. There's a song, by the way. Maybe I'll sing it sometime later.
Do it now.
Warm my voice up. And Baba says, hire me and I will help to bring out the best you from inside you. Outsource this job to me as a contractor and I will bring out the best you. You know, and for us, we have the advantage that we have seen these nadis. We saw what they became. Amazing human beings. So it's not we have to think, will it, does it not work? We see the samples. And others as well. And we have all experienced already to some degree that the emergence of the best you from inside. And we just have to continue with the process to bring out that complete divine you from inside. And so those various forms. The father, the teacher, also the friend. Now for me, especially when I was growing up, and maybe some of you know that came to Baba when I was quite young, around 8 or 9 years old. So for me, my growing up as a human being and growing up as a Brahmin happened in parallel. So it's very interesting to experience that growing up on two levels. Of course, I would say that Baba as father was probably the first main relationship I experienced, and boy, it was with this one over there. Been seeing that face on the wall for 45 years. So I felt very protected, very looked after, very guided. But also then experiencing the relationship with Baba as a friend. And what does it mean? What is a friend? Think, for example, of how many real friends you have. Probably you can count them on fingers of one hand. Even for a Lokik person, how many friends you have at school and how many you still have after 30, 40 years. So what do we look for in a real friend? And I quote the Global Friendship Survey, where they said there's five main qualities we look for in a good friend. And all of these we find in Bab and Dada, what would you say is the number one quality in a good friend?
Trustworthy.
Yeah, trust comes up as number one. Trust, because trust is a big thing. It takes a lot to build up trust. And if trust is lost, it takes a lot to re-establish it. Trust is a very precious thing. Some say trust is like oxygen. When it's there, you don't notice it. When it's not there, you notice. So trust means someone you can tell your deepest and darkest secrets to, knowing they will not be broadcast on the 6 o'clock evening news. That's why we trust Baba, because he has no selfish needs. He's not going to weaponize anything against us. He has no needs, nothing to gain. And that's why people in the world generally, they think of God, because God has no need, not going to hold something against them. So the relationship with Baba, we find ourselves talking to Baba, whatever's in the mind and the heart, sometimes writing to Baba, knowing that I can share all my secrets with this one. I'll just add one more thing here, one experience I'm remembering. I remember once I was traveling around in the north of England to some centres. And one sister in one particular centre, she shared a very beautiful experience. And at that time she was maybe about 70 years old in her physical age. And she had been through quite a difficult life with the children, the husband, at work, some difficult experiences. And she felt like her heart was bruised with all the emotional turbulence she had. And she said, once I was sitting in Baba's room, and she was looking at Baba's picture, and she was telling Baba in her mind, Baba, just take this heart and just clean it. Just clean it, Baba. And as she kept taking Baba's drishti, she felt Baba was saying to her, no. Then she got the message Baba was saying, you have to give it to me. And she understood, Baba's not going to take something from me until and unless I am ready to let go of it. Very important discovery in the relationship with Baba. And the question there arose, how much am I attached to my own stuff? Baba can't force me to be clean. He can only offer. But I have to be willing to let go and say, okay, all those negative experiences, bitter experiences, I am ready to let go. It reminds us there is a responsibility and relationship between a patient and a doctor. Let's say, for example, you go to the dentist. Best dentist in the whole of Thailand. Best, latest equipment has come in. Top class surgery. Dentist is well dressed, ready to start. And you lean back in the chair, like this. You said, open your mouth, please. If I don't open the mouth, dentist can't do the job. So to Baba as a surgeon, sometimes he says as a surgeon, he's ready to operate, but I have to release. what is inside, so then it gives him permission to work. So that can take different forms. Sometimes it's about speaking to someone you trust, some senior person, or sometimes it's just writing to Baba and leaving that Baba's room, or at least even just in your mind, very openly speaking to Baba about what it is I want to let go of. So trust is very important in every, even the doctor-patient relationship, but also the friend relationship. The second quality of the friend comes out as honesty. So a good friend will tell you not just what you like to hear, but what you need to hear. If a good friend is always praising you to the heavens, be careful. If you are behaving like a fool, a good friend will tell you, you're behaving like a fool. Because she or he wants you to stop behaving like a fool. For example, stop wasting your money, your time, your energy. Stop doing things which are damaging to you. And so it comes in a Sakha Murli. Sometimes Baba is very stern, very strict. He says, don't consider yourself to be too clever. You don't even have 15 minutes worth yoga. Some children do lots of service, but they're so arrogant. He says things directly. And when we're new as Brahmins, we get a bit shocked. I thought Baba was a loving God. But if he's only loving, then it can be a little bit, why is he being so nice to me all the time? But sometimes as a parent, as you know, the Pope has to come to put the writing on the wall, so we pay attention. Because Baba has an agenda. He hasn't come just to make us feel nice, but he wants to make us deities. He wants us to develop the strength to be able to overcome the weaknesses we have. And the third one was fun. Fun. Do you like fun? With a good friend, you enjoy the time spent together. You look forward to spending time with your friend because it's not a business relationship, it's not formal. No harm. You can be yourself with a good friend. You have the permission to be yourself. Sometimes you can't horse around like a 4-year-old, and it's okay. But sometimes, not all the time.
You don't feel judged.
Don't feel judged. You don't have to, with a friend you don't need all these pleases, please and thank you. If a friend does something for you, he says thank you. What do you mean thank you? Why are you saying thank you to me? I'm your friend. So that feeling of, closeness and naturalness and laughing together, being together. And as you know, Baba also has a sense of humor. So we can joke with Baba in our conversation, in our interactions. So it should be natural, not a kind of, you don't have to think, oh, what should I say? How should I write my letter? No, just write what you feel.
Fun is having secrets with your best friend.
Yeah, secrets. And then number 4 is understanding. So a good friend understands your heart. You don't have to spend hours explaining yourself. Sometimes 2 good friends can sit with each other sharing a beautiful silence, no words spoken, and having a wonderful time. Because there's a meeting of vibrations. So Baba understands us. He understands me better than I understand myself. He knows my whole story through time. I don't. And we hear so often in the world people saying, "You don't understand me." Such a common mantra. So sometimes we need that feeling of like just talking to Baba, whatever happened, didn't happen, what I should have done, did not do, what I should not have done, I did do. Baba understands me. Just expressing the self, knowing that Baba understands me. And then number 5, this particular series of qualities was loyalty. He's a friend who is with you not just during the sunny days, but also during your rainy days. Not only when you're on the top of the hill, but also when you're walking through the valleys. Not only when everyone is praising you and congratulating you, but also when everyone is ignoring you and sidelining you. The true friend is still standing next to you. When the smoke clears, when the dust settles, he's still there. I'm still here with you. And that loyalty is very, very precious. And so we get to experience this relationship with Baba only at this confluence stage. And hence he tells us very openly, very clearly, remember me. He's a bit exclusive, Baba. He doesn't like if you remember him and others. There's no, remember me alone. But one thing I find, and of course you've experienced as well, it means like, when you love one, you also love all. Because by loving that one, you learn how to love everyone without the feelings of demands and expectations and possessiveness. So the relationship with Baba cleans our capacity to love. And that's what it's for. Because in the golden age, again, we're going to be with each other, not with Baba. So it's a cleansing experience as well, to come closer in relationship with Baba and discover the principles of true relationship, the principles of pure love. And what better thing to do than to take from the source, distribute to everyone in the world. That's the special invitation Baba gives to all his children. Take, distribute, take, distribute. More? I can, let me just check. I can wrap up here if needed. Should I wrap up here? All right. So that's just opening bat for today. And then we have tomorrow, the day after, to continue to explore. Follow the Father, follow the Father.
After dinner. After dinner.
After dinner, okay. Is there anything to announce now?
You have to announce the timetable. And can you just keep it so what you want to do now? You want to finish what you have to do? Or you want to have 15 minutes meditation and that's it?
15 minutes meditation, then
And then you go have dinner. And we don't actually need meditation meditation.
No, I think meditation and dinner thing, we finished
Yeah,
the
yeah,
15
finish the
minute
meditation now, then we come back for another session for night talk. Okay.
Okay. If we do 15-minute meditation every 7 to 7:30, we can do it.
We don't have to leave. Like a call it open,
7:45 to 8:30 for 5-minute activity.
Okay. Should I announce?